Hello, this is Louis Katz, and we are going to look at common syntax and other related problems in Arduino for my electronics toolkit class. It can be difficult to find errors in a sketch, especially if you're not used to looking for them. And as programming languages and interfaces change, what you have to look for changes, but the most common errors that I find are missing semicolons. And the Arduino interface now tells you that there's one missing. It says here, exit status 1, expected, comma, or semicolon before void. Well, here it says void, and it makes it red for you when it finds the error, or pink. You can read up, that's a comment, it's not in there. Oh, there's a missing semicolon there. So you put it in there, you check again, everything comes up great. That's a common one. Another one is the wrong number of squigglies. So here we're in the setup function, and it starts with a squiggly and it should end with a squiggly. If you select one of the squigglies, it draws a box around the other, so you can find a way to link them up. But the other thing is, inside a squiggly, all the code is indented inside the squiggly if things are formatted right. So if we get rid of this space here and format it, it'll run the same way, it'll check the same way, but it doesn't look right. It's easier to proof it if it's formatted properly. And the nice thing is there's this nice auto format tool now that will reformat all your code so that the white space looks right. The white space is right here or right here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. You can put a space in here or several, and it'll still check the same. And the auto format won't get rid of these extra spaces. So you'll have to get rid of those yourself. Anyways, that's one. So if you got an extra squiggly in there and you go to check the code, it says expected declaration before this. These can be very hard to find, but anytime the first error message says that there's an error with a squiggly, it almost always is a squiggly somewhere. And so either you've got an extra one or are missing one. And if you're missing one, you've got an extra one of the other kind. When there's an open squiggly, there's always a closed squiggly. And another way to tell this is if you auto format, it doesn't know what to do with these. Normally, if there were two squigglies, they'd be formatted, indented. One of them would be indented. It's not. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. Another thing that happens frequently are capitalization errors. And here it says oh, hey, I still got that extra squiggly there. Okay, right here at the top, scroll all the way up to the top of these things, tells you where it found a problem. Right here it says brightness was not declared in this scope. These statements are called declaration statements. It says make, the part of this that says make a variable, declare a variable called LED pin as an integer. That's a declaration. This part is called assignment. Assign it a value of 9. But brightness has got a small b, and down here it's got a capital B. So you've got to fix the capitalization error. Okay, so another problem, got missing semicolons, is capitalization in these functions. Serial is capitalized. There's a small p, and then there's a small period. There's a period and a small p. Just by the way, this right here says print line. It means after you get done, create a new line. Go to the next line. So it'll print brightness and then go to the next line. But if you don't capitalize the S or you capitalize the P, you're going to have a problem. Let me see if I can pause this. Okay, so other problems. Another common thing that happens is you forget to put in one of the markers for a comment. So if you do this, the whole thing goes gray. And if you learn to recognize that, this one's really easy. Oops. Or you miss one of these. And if you miss one of these, all kinds of things can happen. And it can be kind of hard to find sometimes. Let's see what it says this time. Right here it says change from LED built-in. Error change does not name a type. Okay, does not name a type. It thinks that you created a variable named changed. So there it is, and it'll go away. Problems uploading. If something won't upload, you can try unplugging your Arduino and replugging it in. Make sure it's plugged in all the way. Sometimes it is so busy with the serial port that it won't upload, and in that case it's worth trying it 5 or 10 times, and sooner or later you catch it at the right second where it will actually upload. And then make sure in your tools that you have the right port and the right board selected. So there it is, and thanks.